So this is the third great episode we have done of this beautiful thing. First, let's go down the list of who we are. Starting from the top.
Hello, my name is
Bobby
Zilla, and I like pepperoni. Good day.
Yay. Wait, so am I next?
Do you know what going down the list means?
No, we're going in chronological order. Z's first.
Oh, that's right. Hello, my name is Z. I like pancakes and Norwegian female poodles.
Yo!
Alright, that's all you get. Alright,
that's fine with me.
I'm me. You already know.
I'm MCMIVC, and one of my favorite dogs is actually a female Norwegian poodle.
Am I the only one who pronounces your name as McMivic?
No, you're not the only one.
I'm Meta. I need to be euthanized. Please kill me.
Wow, so relatable.
Nobody's allowed to mention Z.
Z.
Zed.
Let's not get off topic, please.
My favorite Z move is the fairy type one.
Oh, wow.
Just because...
You know what, guys? I think we should be showing more energy.
Yo, let's be energetic.
Fluffy!
Wow, that just gave me cancer.
Yay.
We are truly the pinnacle of entertainment.
Joke's on you, I already had it.
I need to go to band camp.
Alright, let's start now.
Okay, wait, Floofy, did you introduce yourself?
Yeah, boy.
Okay, that's nice.
Alright, so we're talking about the last 3 episodes.
Yay! Okay, so I'm sure have we all seen that one tweet PBG sent out about how he wasn't happy at some of the fans' reactions?
Can we do that last? Because that happens last.
Yeah, but like that's like the complete sum total of what happened.
We haven't even touched on what happened yet.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on
Also,
what happened.
Meta, what is this picture? This is not a good Despicable Me meme.
That is a 4chan meme.
This Minions
Hey man, the Minions went through some tough times, alright?
I'm gonna tell the FBI
I
that.
really want to show people this, but Lukeski, show this in the editing.
Yeah, see what type of humor we indulge in. Okay, so where are we actually starting when discussing HC? What episode are we gonna start at?
We're on 15.
Okay, so wait, isn't that the episode where like Dodger and PBG died?
No, that's 14. 15 is where nothing happens.
Oh yeah, okay, so let's discuss about how nothing happened.
Alright, so they go there, and yeah, it's really boring. They fight some stuff.
Yeah, and Dean screams a lot.
Oh yeah, he almost died.
That's normal Dean behavior.
Yeah, nothing special really.
I haven't seen that episode.
Like
I haven't seen the episode since it came. I haven't seen the episode since it was uploaded, and I can't really remember anything that happened in it.
Well, I know exactly. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing. It was just that what's his face almost got hit into the like there was the lava on like the side of the entrance.
No! Don't touch the lava!
Yeah, what was he? The president of Uganda or something?
Yeah, Beams voted him in.
Alright, so let's actually move on to 16.
Yeah, some stuff actually happened there.
What happened in 16?
They got like really lucky and they got like 2 skulls within 5 minutes, and then like not that long afterwards they found the last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
That was when Chad had that whole freak out with yes, yes, yes!
Let's go!
I hope
It
he
was
said
wholesome. It was really wholesome.
I wasn't home for when like the last two aired, so I had to watch both of them. Like, just with like, so I couldn't really like fully understand what was happening when I first watched them, which kind of sucked because those were like the two best ones.
Yeah, that also explains why it took you 2 months to edit the second podcast.
Yeah, 'cause I had a life to do.
Who
Well,
needs
who
a
needs
life?
a life when you have the podcast, dude? Get your
Ding!
priorities straight.
Well, if you would build your computer already, we wouldn't have this issue.
I tried! But the cooler is dumb.
At least I'm not using Arch Linux.
That's true. That's true. Can't agree with that. So is there
Alright.
anything else of significance in episode 16?
No, they just get all the skulls. Although I don't like I don't like how they did it all in like one thing though, because it feels like they get all three really quickly. But but like there's that cut in between, which is probably like an hour. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like it could have been done better.
well, I mean, to be fair, they did get the first two really quick. I think they really lucked out.
Yeah,
because,
but
like,
I would have put like a little break, like, and then put the third one in the next episode.
Yeah, I probably would have done that too. Because like looking back at like season 2 with like the like was it 3 episodes of like PBG, Mick Jones and Barry wandering the Nether.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I felt like it would have been paced a bit better if they did that. Even though, to be fair, in the second season they did fail.
I just thought it
Indeed,
was
they did.
boring, so he got rid of all of it.
Okay, so we're gonna bring out what episode 1 do, where we all do our own little part at the end.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on to 17 now because that's the actual important one.
That's
Yeah,
the cool one.
Oh yeah.
they fight the Wither, and it's actually extremely easy.
Very disappointing.
I think they
Theory
played in
time.
like not truly hardcore mode.
Okay, but yeah, but somehow I remember like a year ago when I was like playing around with the Wither, I was playing in hardcore mode. I remember it being extremely difficult, even when I like gave myself like full diamond armor and some nice potions and a sword. It was like
The thing
So-
is, they never got Wither 2, which is like the big thing.
yeah.
I don't know why.
I feel like when like Todd was messing with the server settings, he somehow screwed that up and it became really easy.
Yeah, he could
Maybe.
have. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say
Could
nerf
I
it
ask something really
in
quick?
like the Roblox mode game.
Wait,
yes,
what up?
please.
You know when Todd said that they are in hardcore mode despite the fact that they had normal hearts and that you can't change settings as soon as you start, then why did Minecraft 5 have hardcore hearts despite the fact that Todd was clearly on creative?
I don't know, man.
Wait, what?
Because you can allow cheats on a hardcore world, I think. If
So
it's
you
a
Yeah, but
server.
he learned the settings files. He's magic.
Yeah, but like what I don't
Slash
get is
game
like,
mode 1, that's how you do it.
No, he
I don't
didn't say
see
it was
why-
hardcore.
yeah, but couldn't he have done that in this hardcore and like just have them have the normal hardcore hearts instead of like
It's not.
really messing up a bunch of stuff?
It's a dang Java bug.
Yeah, it's not even as much like the mode, but the big problem is I think the difficulty was wrong, because playing on
Yeah.
hard mode and playing like hardcore mode isn't a difficulty; it's a game mode. Like there's like regular survival, creative, adventure mode, and hardcore mode. Like it's not a difficulty, but when you play on hardcore mode, the difficulty is locked into hard. So
Yeah.
the problem is they may not have been on hard mode.
Yeah, it seems
I didn't have
like
the problem
they
that
were,
they didn't have like
on
the hearts or
normal.
anything, because like that's like all like that's not a big deal. But the big problem is they weren't playing on hard. Is what
Yeah,
is
because
what I
like
think.
what I think, like if there was like actually Wither 2 and they were fighting the Wither, I think they could have easily been creamed. But like
I
instead,
still think they would have won, but they wouldn't have been able to get away with like what they did, only losing like one person.
yeah, and
Maybe
like
it would
even
have
then,
been like a sole survivor.
yeah, and then like Jared, he only died because he was kind of did a little dumb, and he allowed them all to fight at night, and he didn't drink a swiftness potion.
Yeah, I don't get how he just shielded all the damage. It made no sense.
Yeah, that was he's like. I mean, that's like one thing where like, if there was Wither 2 and if he had just been shielding, he would have died a lot faster.
Okay, I'm gonna say. You go on. I can't remember.
Well, What is there to go on about the Wither fight specifically? Anybody else have thoughts?
I was
Oh yeah, I remember.
actually, I was actually, it wasn't as many people were. I didn't know anything about like what the Wither is actually supposed to be. I was actually somewhat satisfied to see them actually finally fight it for once.
So, I want to say, Pro Jared died for our sins.
That's
Died for
true.
our sins.
A
So
new
we should
religion
do
is
our-
born.
You're banned.
Everything is better with Jared.
Yes.
So you see,
No, I mean,
Go
whoever
watch the
crucified
new
him,
song.
and now they all pray to him
Everything
every
is
night.
better with Jared.
New
This is the
song,
only
Yeah.
make
season
it.
where a season with Jared didn't end in failure.
yeah, even though Jared still died technically before they completed their goal, so like it's not
That's
any
the
better
thing.
than-
Because he died, that's why it didn't end in failure.
Yeah,
But he would have died anyway if it did end in failure.
that's true.
Is this
I mean-
real life?
Yeah, it's
Alright,
real life.
All right, let's move on to the important issues, like how they
No,
spelled
we're all in a
valiantly
dream.
wrong.
Can we talk about PBG's tweet because I'm loaded with
All right, we're gonna wait.
discussion.
That's not. We gotta go in order.
Ah!
All right, so have we all like? Does anybody want to say anything else about the fight?
Well, okay, I guess I found it a bit anticlimactic just because they've done 2 previous seasons where they fought the Wither, and they've like basically been creamed both times. So like this whole time, the Wither fight's been hyped up as this like extremely difficult thing for them to try and accomplish. That's going to be super epic and everything. And then they finally fight it, and they only lose one person because they did a small dumb.
Yeah. Now I play on the Bedrock edition, which is like the console and the Windows 10 version.
Because you're a
Because-
scrub.
Yeah,
You're
because
a
it
scrub,
was
yeah, normie.
it was cheaper and it's just like easier for me because I don't have a very good computer. But so that doesn't have the combat update. So I've never done it with the combat update, but I've done it without, and it's really like not like people I thought were making it out like it was gonna be this like super like difficult, extremely hard thing. It's really not that bad. I've done it myself.
You used to be able to kill it in like 15 seconds with strength 2.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
Like, honestly, I know this is a bit random, but like, if I ever like hosted a hardcore and we fought the Wither, I would definitely mod it up a bit and make it tougher, just because.
Yeah, it's really not, like compared to the dragon, especially now, the Wither is like a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the Ender Dragon is still pretty tough, but the Wither is like not so much anymore.
I was recently doing the Ender Dragon, not in like hardcore, just for fun with my friends, and like we had like 4 or 5 people, and it's still pretty hard. Like we couldn't get through
Yeah.
it without like losing at least like 1 or 2 people.
They put like cages around the ender crystals.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
like the
super
biggest
hard.
problem.
Yeah,
Don't
that
remind me of flashbacks to Jeff's death in Minecraft 5.
That's still why I love Minecraft 5. That was such a dramatic finale.
Yeah, but the one thing that disappointed me about this season's finale was I was expecting like a post victory battle royale like they've had each time they won.
Insane.
Yeah,
That was
that's
like
what
the
kinda
best
made me
part of
mad.
the. That was like the
It
best
ended
part
too
of the
abruptly
4th
for
season.
me.
So that was a
I
bit
mean-
disappointing.
Chad screaming was nice, but it isn't the same as battle royale.
Honestly, they probably forgot because, like, well, the first season it was like a little different because there wasn't really a pre-established thing, and then they wouldn't have another one until the 4th season, and it was probably only because like they had like PBG in there and like McJones who were like the vets, and they probably all remembered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all pretty cool.
So what
Yeah.
are we talking about next?
Well,
a
just like let's talk
fun
about the teaser. Well, the one
The
thing I want to
teaser?
touch
Oh,
on
yeah.
is how this series lost all of its credentials when they misspelled valiantly on the grave. It was just like, oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
Really
just
unwatchable.
like I'm done with this season. Like, just throw it out the window.
Nice.
Those wrong words ruined forever.
okay. Sorry for pointing that. Please don't point that out ever again.
Hey, that's censorship, you fascist.
That wasn't funny. That's a serious issue.
Fascism is
Yeah.
a great thing.
Oh, is our boy speaking truth.
Hitler did a lot of good things.
Yeah, guys.
He created the
alright, guys,
Volkswagen Beetle.
Let's talk about more
Stalin was
important
my
things,
role model.
like how they
Let's
couldn't.
not get political, okay?
I think with talks of fascism, though, is not really political anymore. Like,
True.
the fascism as a value, as a legit political ideology died out in I
Yeah.
think 1945.
I think
Yeah,
it died
I really
out when
wonder
Hitler
why.
shot himself in the head with a.
Apply ointment.
Oh yeah, moving
No,
on.
guys,
Not enough
I
topic.
still, I hear communism is still pretty rad.
Impossible
That's
to
why
work
they call
though.
me right-wing commie.
Oh wait, guys, this is just a theory, but what if Minecraft number 7, the goal is in trying to establish a communistic community in Minecraft?
I feel like that would
It
be
wouldn't
the greatest
work
thing
because
they've
it's an
done in a
impossible
hardcore
thing.
today. They should do that.
Yeah, they all
It's
die in the first 2
impossible
episodes.
to like ever implement that. In like a
The
large, like,
entire
well,
series
in a
is
large
just
community,
standing
it
in a
is.
bread line.
Because someone's always gonna want to overstep their bounds.
The series ends with Dean executing everyone.
Yeah, because someone
all
always
hail
rises
the
up and becomes
glorious leader
dictator.
Dean.
Okay, let's get serious.
Yeah, so we're
The
gonna
teaser,
go to the
how about the
teaser.
teaser?
Yeah.
Okay, so some people think that people notice that like the armor stand has the exact same type of armor that Jeff was wearing in MC number 5, and there are also like a bunch of dogs, which Jeff also had. So I guess some people think that means that they're going to be tackling the Elytra again.
My
Makes the
hope,
most sense.
yeah, that makes the most
Here,
sense.
let's go from top to bottom on like, and let's talk about what we thought of it.
In my opinion, the teaser's the Elytra, but I hope, my hope is they're gonna bring back some old players.
Yeah, I want to see NCS.
No, I want to see Soa, even if it's unrealistic and impossible.
No, I want to see uh
Rubber Ross?
yes, my favorite guest.
Yeah,
My favorite,
everybody's
least
favorite.
All.
I actually want to see Paul come back, but
Paul was pretty chill. He was nice.
but those guys are never going to come back because they all did Diablo 2.
That's true. So, I think it would be interesting if they did tackle the Elytra again because, in MC number 5, I don't know when they did MC number 5, did they have those like weird like Ender Tower thingies where like that are really deadly with those little things that hit you and knock you up into the air and then drop you down, like a Hulk
Like
Hogan
the End
slam?
City, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
That was the final goal.
I think it
But
would be like I
the
was a
one-
bit disappointed they didn't tackle that.
Yeah, I think that I think that was the goal originally, but I think the problem is I don't know if Jeff actually knew how to get there and what
Yeah.
to do to get it. Because that was what I was thinking is, well, after he lost, that's like looking back on it, I don't think he really knew that there was a goal after killing the dragon.
Yeah, so I think that's why like it would be interesting if they did the Elytra again and like maybe Mick Jones didn't die within the first 2 seconds and
Well, because throughout the whole thing, nobody explained how to actually get the Elytra. They all just said to kill the dragon and get the Elytra. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of those guys just thought you get the Elytra by just killing the dragon.
yeah, so that's why I'm interested to see if maybe like they'll actually like get to one of those like end cities because I think that'd be pretty interesting to see how they fare against that.
All right, Fluffy, what did you think?
Hola. In a perfect world, the next season's like Daisy 2, but I don't know. I wouldn't really want to see the Elytra for like another 3 months because I'm kind of tired of Minecraft seasons because like the last 2 seasons were Minecraft and Mine Z. But I mean, I wouldn't really shoot myself.
What if the teaser just a red herring?
What if in between these 2 big seasons they do like another Napoleonic Wars HC short or something?
That would be nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those in like 20 years.
All right, so I'm gonna get. All right, no, you go first.
MC.
MC, it's your time to shine.
We were talking about like what we thought of the teaser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about how much my beard looks good.
Reaction to the teacher. My first reaction to the teaser was when it was happening in the episode. I was just going like, what? And
Yeah, I
then
felt
I
the
saw,
same way.
yeah, then I saw the dogs, and I was like, okay, so this is like Jeff from Minecraft 5. Interesting. Let's see where they go with this in the future, and that's basically all my thoughts on that.
Well, the thing I thought is, at first, I kind of forgot about the dogs, and the one I thought of was Minecraft 3, because those are the only two seasons that ever had dogs. And I thought of like Smooth because he didn't have a dog, but I know
Or
I think,
Shane.
no, neither of them did. It was just I think PBG and
Well, no, didn't Shane have a dog?
no, he didn't.
But I haven't seen it in a while, so yeah.
If I remember correctly, he didn't. But yeah. So and I thought Smooth had like that chess piece at some point, but I
No,
just
he had
really
a
thought of that.
helmet.
I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't really think about it. But then like I started reading like the comments and people brought up like Jeff and I'm like that makes like 10 million times more sense. But I think they said new adventures and second chances. Like they didn't really like I think if it was going to be another Minecraft, they would have just told us. So I think they're going to I don't think that's definitely I don't think they've planned what's definitely coming next. I just feel like that's going to be the next Minecraft season.
What are you doing?
Excuse me.
MC, that was unacceptable.
All right, he's gone. So yeah, I think they're gonna do something else, and then.
Well, I mean, if they were gonna do something else, why would they show like the teaser?
Because they
footage in
probably
Minecraft?
don't know what thing they're doing exactly next. They're probably gonna take a break until like March or April.
Maybe it's a red herring.
But well, maybe, but that would be weird because I feel like the footage has like some meaning.
I think it alludes to the next season, but
Yeah, it's a nice little like ARG thingy, I guess.
You do know what an ARG means, right?
Yes. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's like similar in how we should try and solve the riddle.
There's no riddle. I think it's just
So
around.
who's next?
Meta.
Meta.
Oh man. You know, I think-
First, I gotta say sorry if you heard my phone ringing.
Yeah, we did, and it was really offensive.
Yeah. All right, Meta.
Well, I think they're just gonna bring back some old guests that were only in like one season, like Tim. That'd be a lot interesting.
If they brought back Tim, I would get a tattoo of him on my right leg.
All right,
I just want to see updated Soa.
quick run through. Just name one guest you would want to see come back in like any season.
So,
Kyrak.
NCS, definitely.
I would say I would probably I would probably say her Youngtown, honestly.
Yeah, but like,
or Shane.
I thought we were talking about like guests who haven't been on for a while.
well, I mean, okay, so I'm just saying
yeah,
that,
but I was just saying, but like if we're talking about guests that haven't been on in a while, I'd say Shane.
yeah, because like
Do any of-
technically, if Luca Jin and Luke got brought back, it wouldn't technically be a second chance since they did beat Terraria 3.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like going with that. I'm just talking about just in general.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All right. So Meta, did you finish or?
Yeah, I'd like to see either Tim or Caddy back.
Oh, Caddy,
Caddy.
yeah.
What about
Who
you,
are these
Sans
people? I don't
8642?
know these people.
All right. Sans, you go next.
Okay, so what I basically thought was I wasn't paying attention because I was too disappointed by the Wither fight. So it was like, and it wasn't really making sense anyway, so I think my brain just turned off. I think
It's
I
okay.
else, Tim
That's some
Patrick.
great insight there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally hope that more guests are brought back and not Jared, because while Jared is great, I think they're overusing him. Because like
He's in the regular crowd.
No, he's not officially.
Almost
He's semi-regular.
unofficially.
Well, I think the thing is if they have guys like Barry who can't always show up, and like Jared who doesn't always show up, I think it's fine because that's always like one or two spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but Jared's like It's too serious sometimes. It's like, oh, I must do this for my friends.
Yeah,
I
that's
felt
true.
that this season, like in the older ones, like in Minecraft number 2, in like even like Daisy was really like jokey and all that. But like as it's gone on, he's gotten a lot more serious, and he's just not as enjoyable anymore in my eyes.
I mean, I even remember in like the second Mind Z, he was still like goofing around and was still, really funny. But then like all of a sudden this season, he like turned into Thor and Oakenshield.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know who that is.
Are you
Hobbit.
I don't know.
joking?
Bruh.
Okay, let's get to the next topic,
Thanks for the
which
turn.
is
My love life.
No, it was the thing that
We
the
can't talk
tweet.
about things that don't exist.
Oh,
burned.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go jump out my window now. But that's the
Sorry.
problem. Is I'm on the first floor.
Get on the roof.
All right, where's my ladder?
All right, Darth, you had the tweet brought up.
Oh yeah, here. Here, give me a moment to pull it up, and I'll read it word for word.
I've got it too.
Okay, here it is. I quote Austin Hargrave. I'm very disappointed in the way some people treated our guests in the new hardcore season. We tried something new, but it appears some were too immature to handle it. I would ask that if you enjoy our show, please be respectful to the people gracious enough to give their time to join. And then in the comment section, Dean's complaining about how he is such a victim and he's getting too much hate.
Haha, funny joke.
Yeah, well, okay, so I guess if you want, we
Is
should
that
kind
a-
of like go through
is that a
everybody's thoughts because I have a
presidential
lot.
speech? Is that a presidential speech you just stole?
Oh yeah, PBG's running for president 2020.
I thought it was.
Make us equal again.
I'd vote for him if I was American.
I don't know. It depends on. I guess it depends on like if he would make hardcore theme the national anthem or not.
I mean, he
No.
always talks about politics on his
We have to
Twitter.
make Gucci Gang the national anthem.
Oh, that's true. So, I guess we should like go through alphabetical order and see everybody's thoughts on the matter.
Top to bottom.
Okay, so I
Alright,
guess Bobzilla, you're actually up first.
Nah, let's go
Okay.
from the bottom this time. I want Sam
Oh,
to
okay.
start.
Yay!
See the recorders first.
Bobzilla, you're last this time. The first. Wait, who's? Okay, Sans. Don't you go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I initially like it feels like he's trying to defend the show itself, which I really did like season 6 overall. I thought it was the worst season out of all of them. It's like it was half of the season like I just hated. So it's like so when it said we'll try something new, but it appears that some were too immature to handle it, of course, like genius, I assumed that this meant that he was like dissing people that didn't like the twist, which is personally to me, I George has been getting a lot of poop.
No,
Got-
he was.
like, well, not actual, like, I mean, oh, how do I describe it? It's like there's a very small amount of people, but Dave not being exactly the friendliest, and that's what I think he's trying to tell us about. But it's like, honestly, I just took it to feel like if you didn't like the season at all, like it's very confusing.
So you.
Yeah, I feel like he could have worded it a
Pencil in
lot
the
better.
drawer.
So you felt like he was making an unfair generalization.
Yes.
All right, I get you.
In my
Yeah.
Meta's turn.
You know, I felt like the tweet saying that people were being far too mean to Dodger was like fair. Like there's a bunch of he kept talking to people in the comments and he kept explaining it more. And he said it was how people reacted to Dodger being chosen as and how they were just mean to her for no like really good reason.
Yeah, I mean, like I read
Dodge
some of the
changed
YouTube
him.
comments.
Darth, you know that by going to the bottom, you're not actually going like that means we already.
No, I wasn't
So,
talking. I was just giving
We're
a
pretty
quick
much
talk.
like so we're skipping you now. All right.
Why?
Go to McMivick.
That's not fair.
Well,
Okay, find McMivick.
thinks that the tweet was actually. No, I'm not going to do a Scottish accent. I guess he could have worded it a little better, but I for the most part agree with what he said in the tweet. That's all I have to say, really.
Yeah, I agree that like people shouldn't like get mad at the guests because I mean they are just like guests. It's like a privilege to have them on. But I think that I think like the tweet itself is it's just like I feel like in the past he's had some pretty bad instances on Twitter with like the whole like JonTron thing. But I feel like he just he could have worded it better. Like I feel like in some parts it kind of looked like he's like attacking anybody who didn't like this season, which I know he's not trying to get at. Like you can have fair criticism, but I just feel like he was a bit too like defensive in the way he said it. But I think that people like gave Dodger too much like flack. I mean, there's been plenty worse guests, but there have been better guests. I mean, but also it's not really fair because recently we've had like really good guests. Like we've had Brutal Moose and Youngtown and Luca Jin and all them who are like probably some of the best we've seen. So I feel like she's just a victim of circumstance.
Darth, change your name.
Why?
I don't think
All right, who's next? Let's just get this going.
Fluffy.
Fluffy.
I could take it or leave it.
Okay.
Great
Boom.
analysis.
That's all you're getting from me.
Okay.
All right, you two boys.
Okay. So when I first read the tweet, I think I also came to the wrong conclusion that like he was like targeting people in general who like criticized the show, which now I know that's not what he meant. He just kind of worded it weird. But I kind of feel like while some of his like criticisms of certain people are legit, like there have been people who have been trashing Dodger unfairly because of all this stuff that's out of her control. I kind of feel like he didn't like represent the entire community that well. Because from what I can go from him and judging by Dean's tweets, like Dean's replies to the same tweet, they're both talking about the YouTube's comment section. And of course, I've read them. They're utter cancer. But it kind of seems like he also hasn't taken into account like, some of the reactions from the subreddit or the Discord server because if you go there, there hasn't been that much cancer in them. So I kind of feel like in that sense, he's kind of overhyping the idea that people are hating on Dodger that much. I mean,
Dean's just a really hype guy.
yeah, and I mean, I haven't heard of like Dodger getting like death threats or anything about it, so I kind of feel like in a sense he's kind of playing the victim a little too much. But I think it's definitely justified what he's saying. Honestly, though, while it isn't right that all these people are hating on Dodger, I personally think it's PBG's fault that they are. And the reason I think that is because they didn't show any of the discussion that went into choosing Dodger over McJones.
Todd did that.
Yeah, but well, true, Todd did that. But like, if they had showed that, then there wouldn't be so much like, flaring emotions and confusion because if people would just see their thought process as to why they chose Dodger, they wouldn't be like, they wouldn't have such a reason to get mad because they'd be in a bit more on like the thought process behind it. And I personally believe that one of the biggest things that causes anger and hate is misunderstanding. So if they had included in some of that discussion about why they chose Dodger, things might be a bit better.
Okay. Now, if you're wondering why all the names are being changed, blame Slime.
It's because we're idiots.
It's because Slime is I'm not going to say it. I'm a Christian boy.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's communist trash.
No more communists. Just I don't think we have any other topics, right?
No,
Well, I mean,
how it works after this, we all make, from top to bottom, we all say...
Wait, 1 second. Darth, what were you going to say? Did you have like another topic or
no, I was just, because I didn't hear Bobzilla's thoughts on the tweets.
I said it was communist trash.
Oh, I said, like, legit thoughts, my dude. Because, I mean, we all know that PBG's a communist, but, like,
Bruh.
what do you think deeper of the matter?
Okay, but not really. Okay. So, my real opinions on it. Good message. Please show the discussion next time. Now, this is the part of the podcast where we all say our topics. So there's like 7 of us. So let's have all the guests.
I think
say
let's
their
just
opinions
do
first.
like 1 or 2. Like, what topic are you thinking?
We choose them. What we think of them.
Let's just do like 1.
I have a
We've been going on
suggestion.
for a while. All right, what is it?
My suggestion is thoughts for the future of the series. It seems relevant.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a good
yeah,
one.
that's a good one. Well, if we're sharing thoughts, I have to give props to Todd for, trying to do something different with this season, because, I mean, the old hardcore setting is good, but if they just kept doing the same thing over and over, eventually, the series would kind of die out a bit because there'd be no innovation or nothing new. So even if the twist didn't turn out as well as hoped, you still have to give props to Todd for, like, doing something to keep the series innovative and for, trying to bring us something new. And I think overall it means good things for the series if they keep trying to pursue these new and unique concepts for hardcore.
Yeah, like the regardless of whether people think the twist was well executed or not, the best thing about the whole twisting is the idea it represents for the future of the series. For innovation and Minecraft and Terraria. You can only milk them for this kind of show for so long.
Yeah, that.
How about? Okay, so for the topic, how about the guests give their topics? Sorry, hiccup.
Talking about the future, that's the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, Bobzilla, weren't you listening?
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, in my opinion, I think that next is going to be a return to form of like a traditional series, because I feel like after we had like this twist and it was kind of mixed reviews, I feel like they're not going to go like right back into it. They're going to kind of do almost a return to form and then go try something new again.
It's probably best to like have a breather season before another twist.
And I mean, I think it would even be a legit good idea if they tried to do a quick like mini HC just to like take a breather.
How about the guests give their topics?
We're not finished with this one yet.
Okay.
All right. Sans, what do you want to say?
Well, personally, about the topic that we're currently on, personally, I prefer to see a better twist, because the twist that we had was extremely anticlimactic and was hyped way, way, way too much. But I personally prefer to see just normal series, since the hardcore's just survived for so long with just good editing. Like, even if I don't like Todd's constant dun dun does, whenever a bad guy comes up, it's like
Oh no! A
extremely
mini
well
slime
edited.
popped up. We're all gonna die.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, everyone's going to die to like a witch and some zombie.
The most the one moment I reacted to was like a 2-second creeper fight that got like
Yeah. It was.
That was great.
Or like that one time where like Dean ran off and like his face was flashing red and there was epic music, but he like literally came back 2 seconds later unscathed.
Oh my god! I remember that.
Oh, I'm gonna die, guys.
Some
Oh,
were pretty bad. The worst was in, I think it was it 10 or 11, the one they brought back Dodger, and they went down in a cave, and there was like one zombie and a spider, and they put on the music. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was like, they're not gonna die, Todd. There's no need for this.
It kind of reminds me of a fan hardcore, Golden Brawlers, which is pretty enjoyable. That I enjoyed it, but like every time that they encounter an enemy, even if it's just like 2 zombies, the intense music plays. It's actually
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't fully watch, like, besides that finale, I think he did. I skimmed through his, and like I saw, like, he makes the faces like flash red, like every 5 seconds. It's like you don't do
It's
that
just
unless it's like real danger. Like if I was doing it, I wouldn't even do that because it's like you either do it too much, and sometimes I feel like they do it too little. Like there's some seasons where they forget to do it at all.
Yeah.
Man, I need to catch up on these fan cores.
Or I almost feel like there should be. I would do like a system where, like, if someone gets below a certain number of health, that's the only time I would put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, usually low health doesn't automatically mean. I mean, the absence of low health doesn't mean that's an intense situation. Like with, like the Pigman battle in MC number 6. Nobody was actually at low health until those 2 people fell in the lava.
Well, even they weren't at low health; they were at full.
Yeah, and then I think it would have been viable if all their faces were flashing red because like they all could have died and some of them did
They
die.
probably could have had a chance to like. Well, I don't know. I haven't like tried it out, but like if they were fast enough, they might have been able to get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
surprised Chad lived that actually.
Really.
Why him specifically?
Because like for some reason like PPT Dodgers and Jeff's face were flashing red, but Chad wasn't in the portal, like got into portal at the same time as Peeves and everyone else. So it's like, why didn't you make his flash red too? Because he was in the same amount of danger as PBG.
Well, it seemed like the
Dodger.
Pigmen weren't targeting Chad at the time. It seems like they were mostly on PBG and Jared.
Yeah, because it's only if you hit them.
But Jeff was hitting them. I'm very confused. Why do Pigmen do this?
Yeah,
Because
they're like
they're
weird. It's
violent.
like I don't think they don't attack like just anybody. Like if as long as you don't hit them, they're not going to be mad at you.
Jeff?
I actually thought it was weird that
I think Jeff hits them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought it was weird that they like de-aggroed so easily because from what I remember, like when I played Minecraft a lot back in the day, they like if you hit one, it was like for an eternity. They would hunt you down, boy.
No, they changed that. Like now it's like as long as you get away from the area where you hit them, like if you hit one and there's not a lot in the area, nothing's gonna happen. Like you're gonna kill that one and nothing else is gonna spawn. And then it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of that change because personally, I think Minecraft all the changes should be to make it harder, not easier. Just because we're getting to a point where everybody's good at the game, so why not, spice up the difficulty?
Yeah,
a
I
bit?
guess.
But little
Everyone's good
baby
at the
kids
game.
don't know how to jump.
Oh yeah, they have to appeal to the 6-year-olds. That's true.
Like you.
Oh! So now, Meta, give your topic.
Yeah, well, let's just do one more topic.
And the topic is
No, one more for Fluffy, and then Meta.
We'll just do like one more for this one.
Meta, do a thing.
Well,
say
I
something
think
funny.
if they do another what is it, a twist, they should do a UHC hardcore.
Oh, UHC.
That would be fun.
Yeah, they would like need it like probably a little more than 7 people to do it.
Yeah, I would like to see them like get like 8 to 10 people and then do something like bigger or harder or like something like that. Like
Yeah.
or another thing is I wouldn't be opposed to them doing something like short and like really easy, but only having like the 4 or 5 regulars.
Yeah, kind of like the
Yo,
yeah, that'd be. I mean, that concept would work well for like a mini HC.
Yeah. Why has Z gone off silent?
Z?
Z the recorder.
Z, speak up.
That's just Bobzilla recording, like he doesn't exist.
No,
he does
really
if you
don't.
believe. He's like Santa Claus.
Yeah, we need more mini hardcores. Like, I mean, it's nice that hardcore is something special, but I mean, mini hardcores will stop the Reddit going insane.
Well, it's
Yeah.
but like at this point, it's like we're getting like 3 a year, so it's like. But in my eyes, like they're gonna run out of like this year. like even like next year, they can't repeat the same cycle because
Yeah.
they had so many problems with Mind Z, and Mind Z 2 really didn't work as well as Mind Z 1 did. I feel like they could, but if Mind Z 3, if they ever do that, if that turns out well, it could like spawn more interest. But if Mind Z 3 doesn't do well, then it's just like you just only had 1 out of 3 good seasons. So like then
Mind Z is dead unless they get like $1 billion to make Minecraft accounts.
Well, no, I mean, so for those who play on Hypixel, if you're a YouTuber, they give you the ability to change your username while you're on the server. So I think if they implemented something like that on the MindZ server, that would like completely fix the issue.
yeah, I agree.
They should probably just use like generic things like Pinocchio number 3 or something.
Yeah,
Or like
the other
Mom
thing-
Hustler 420.
the other thing I was thinking of is like going back to what I was saying is that's the problem is like, and then Terraria, they're done. Like there's no like, unless they go to like hard mode, which they haven't seemed like they want to do. They don't have any other goals, so like it could just be a bit of a problem.
They could do another Terraria season. They could have like 8 or 9 people instead of 7, and they could tackle the hardest mode. Maybe.
That's the thing. Like I'm saying is like I feel like I don't know why it's always been 7 was like always the traditional amount.
Bobzilla, be gone, thought.
I like that's also a good way to get like old guests back and like old and new.
What?
Rest in pieces.
Okay.
So like,
My
think
legs
about
are
this,
hairy.
like imagine a season where they have like PBG, McJones, Jeff, Barry, and Dean, and then they bring back like they could bring back like a Proton John, a Young
And
Town,
Paul.
a Luca Jin, or a Paul,
Satchback's goods.
and they could have like 2 or 3 new guests. Like it's just a way to get more people on.
Yeah,
Or maybe not even like a new
guest.
guest, but someone new to the game. That's the one thing I think is also better is I feel like if you switch up like some of the old Minecraft guests, if you put them in Terraria and vice versa, I feel like it's almost like it's not like getting a new guest, but it like changes things up a little.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, Jared has never been in Terraria, and he's like a regular on Minecraft. So it would be just as an example, it'd be interesting to see how he does in Terraria.
So I actually thought of a good idea for MindZ. They could announce when they're recording, like they did last time, but actually change their names, but like tell only them what names they're changing to. So that because
What they should just do is they should change their names, but they should also just instead of saying they didn't have to say July, like for every other teaser, they didn't give a month. They just gave like they should have just said summer.
Yeah, but
So
They should have gave him red herrings, but even then, people would still find him and dox him.
yeah, but it wouldn't have been as bad.
I don't think the problem was like besides that one guy, like I don't think there were too many like instances of stalk. Like in the beginning, like they didn't seem like anybody was really like stalking them.
Yeah,
So
but
like
Dean died early and everyone knew because
that was the one problem is it got leaked everywhere. But like that stuff's gonna happen when you play like a public game. Like that's just
I
like
remember. I'm not gonna lie. I saw those like Waluigi, whatever he's called, spicy.
Crispy
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Yeah, spicy Waluigi's weird pictures.
crispy.
Crispy Waluigi. His pictures of the team.
Yeah,
way
that was pretty
before
stupid.
the season was even out.
I don't think
And
it was
I thought it was
actually
just,
crispy.
like,
Luckily, I only saw the one picture that showed that Dean died, but it didn't show. The thing is, it never showed when. So like, I expected him to die first, but like, I never
Wait,
really knew when it was
I
gonna happen.
never-
It still
I
surprised
never
me.
saw
No.
any of them die.
I didn't see any of it.
I didn't get any spoilers because after hearing that people were leaking stuff in the comments, for literally the entire season, I didn't look at the comments at all.
No, it was on like the Reddit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Oh,
it wasn't so
that's
bad on the
terrible.
Reddit.
Oh, it was. That's where I saw the one image that leaked that Dean and McJones died were the first
I didn't
two.
see it there.
I never saw
Because
it there.
it leaked.
I
It was in
only
like
saw the 3 people there. That's all.
because I saw the one. It was in like mid-July because I was on vacation, and it
Yeah.
showed that it showed the 3 or it showed like the 6 people that were like in it. It showed all 6 of them, and it was obvious who they were through their usernames. And Dean was the only one who wasn't there.
Also,
And someone in the comments confirmed,
Oh my
Reddit
God,
comments confirmed that Dean
yeah.
died, and that McJones was the next one to die.
yes.
Jones covered it up by saying they did enough a run, just to cover it up.
Yeah.
So
It was
that
just
people
messy.
watching the season didn't think it actually happened in the
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, the big problem was though is that like when Mindsy first happened, like nobody knew what it was. It was like
Yeah.
extremely unpopular and there was nobody there. But now, like, because they've done it, I feel like it sparked a lot more popularity.
Yeah.
I didn't
There's
know
only
about
10
Mindsy
people on the
until
server at
they
a time. I
did.
don't think it's that popular.
Yeah,
I mean, it's more
Spice is
popular
just
than it was
an
before.
a-hole.
Crispy.
Crispy's just an a-hole.
I mean, just a quick thought on if they're like starting to run out of things to do for like Minecraft and Terraria, they could always like try out a different game entirely.
Well, yeah,
There's
they're
more
gonna
out there.
eventually have to do that. But I kind of
I've been waiting for them to do a new game for a while.
Roblox hardcore.
But yeah, like back to what we were
I've been waiting for Starbound
actually talking about. Like we were talking
without
about minis.
mid-tones.
Like minis is, I feel like, a good way to like bridge that gap. Like in
Isn't-
my eyes, if they only do 2, like, but the other thing is I feel like I don't like how they're giving us 25-minute episodes, because here's my thing is
40-minute episodes.
this season lasted 43 days and it was 17 episodes, and like I remember like that's like 17 episodes lasted over a month, and like even like going back to Minecraft number 5, granted it was like almost 10, like, or it was 8 more episodes, but still that lasted like that was 2.5 months. Or no,
Yeah.
no, it was more like 1 3/4. But like the
problem
old
is-
seasons, like I remember like the original Mindsy was that number of episodes, but that was like the entire summer.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my boy.
That's because their uploading schedule
Killed by real-life
a
calls.
week. It used to be 2 a week, then it became 3.
Yeah, I remember that. But the other thing is, I
Perfect.
feel like, but even if they change it from like 22, 23-minute episodes to just like 16 to 18, they're gonna make like an extra 2 or 3 episodes. And it's not more content, but it feels like more, because like the difference from episode to episode is like a lot different. Like if I would rather have like 15-minute episodes for a 25-episode season than 20-minute episodes for a 20-episode season,
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
because it feels more. It makes it feel longer, even though it isn't. It's like artificial padding.
Bruh.
Guys,
Yeah, honestly,
Fluffy, what do you want to do?
well, just a quick thought. That was one problem I had with Terraria number 3, is that there was like a ton of episodes and they were all super long. So when
Yeah.
there was like those like gaps of time where like nothing
But
happened.
the other thing is they
episodes,
also
I'm
had like
really
a lot of
focused.
like dead time, like the time where they mined the meteor for like
Yeah.
however long, and the time they went fishing, where they could pick and choose what they wanted. Like, but like for this season, there wasn't really dead time they cut out besides the part on the bridge. Like it just wasn't a long season, because they got set up really early and got a really good like spawn and really good stuff in the beginning, and then they just had to take the one jungle detour. Like they could have been in the Nether by episode 7.
Yeah.
Hola.
Yeah, Fluffy, do you have a topic or like?
Okay. What was your
Topic.
favorite? Okay. What was your favorite part of the season?
My favorite part was the Pigman battle, because that was pretty intense. I remember literally screaming out loud when PBG and Dodger both got the L.
My favorite part was when my favorite cast
Who's
member
Daddy's talking in the background?
of all time, Pro Jared, almost won, and then he died in 2 seconds before.
Another
a
good
very
part was the whole joke.
Oh, that
Filling the
was
hole
that.
with wood.
No, my favorite part was when Chad started screaming when they beat the Nether.
That was nice too.
Yeah, Chad's finally coming out of his shell.
Yeah, I noticed that too. In the beginning, he was like really quiet and like slow. Like when like
Yeah.
Nick Jones died, he was like, "Oh, I guess I wasn't fast enough." And at the end of the season, you had him like screaming and yelling.
Yeah, like so like before this season, I'd never seen a Chadtronic video, so I'd watched a couple episodes of the season. I was like, oh, he seems like a quiet, chill guy. So then I went and watched one of his videos, and like the whole time he was like, ah!
No,
So, like,
his videos are the exact opposite.
Molest.
yeah, I know.
You freaking fix!
Your actions have consequences.
We didn't get enough fricks this season. Let's be real.
More
Nah, we
fricks.
got a
We got
couple.
2.
I think Jared
Fricks
got
per
one in
second.
there.
We didn't get any Who Needs a Map or
Or foreshadowing. That was the
Yeah.
worst. That
Oh
was
my
the
God.
problem. Is there was no mushroom soup jokes. There was no potato jokes. There was no who needs a map jokes. There was no foreshadowing jokes. Like all the old jokes weren't there. There's no skeleton jokes.
We have, to be
There
fair,
were
we
no
haven't.
skeleton jokes?
We haven't
Oh.
seen Skolton in like forever though.
Yeah, but at least like last season they alluded to it, where Jeff was like, "There's a skeleton," and then it was
There's
like
a
meme
skeleton.
combo popped
Yeah.
up.
I think the last time we truly saw that joke was in MC number 4.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
didn't get any we didn't get any sponsorships or Professor Matt Jones. Like I understand because he
Who
died.
needs some
They
credit?
Yeah.
alluded to it.
They didn't even. We barely even got one in like Minecraft number 5. Like they waited until like the middle of the season. They're just really slacking with these old jokes.
Yeah, they gotta step up their meme game.
They gotta go modern and remove all colors from the podcast and the hardcast and the
Oh, wait,
hardcore.
Speaking of podcasts, do you guys think that they'll be dropping like another post-show podcast or
They said
at least
they
an
would.
editing video?
They
Todd
said
said on
they
hope they
Twitter.
do.
They
Yeah,
would
they're
not
going
know
to.
it.
Alright, they didn't say
told
that.
me.
But they said that. He said that not everybody would be there because they were all really busy. But he said they would try to do one.
Tell me.
Alright. Let's go through Meta and Sans and then let's wrap this up. What were your
already
guys'
went through
favorite
Meta.
moments?
I really liked it in the very end when Chad was screaming, "Subscribe twice."
Alright,
Hit
Slide
the bell
Whiteman.
3 times. Subscribe.
I did ring the. Well, actually, if you subscribe twice, you subscribe and unsubscribe. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Shut it.
unless you're already subscribed, then you unsubscribe and subscribe back. But I already have notifications on, so I took off, put them on, took them off. I had to do what the man
That's-
said.
So intelligent.
All right, Sans, what was your favorite moment?
Well, apart from the fact that they didn't do a lot of jokes, I actually really enjoyed the calmer moments of the season. You know, like PBG and Jeff's adventure, like because the actual jungle adventure was like really boring. It's like, oh my god, it's gonna be too tense, but it's really not. So like having a more chilled out season with just PBG and Jeff was like really nice. Because they were a lot calmer. Like I don't watch PB and Jeff, I don't really enjoy it, but like just because it was in between like the worst episodes of Hardcore in my opinion ever, like it's a really nice moment. It's like, you know, just two friends being two friends and not trying to be ultra serious and not. So yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. Enjoyed
Yeah, I agree.
everything.
Same thing. The thing,
Sans
go.
8642. Are you secretly Nest 4?
we made that joke last time.
Outdated meme.
funny.
No, but like
Okay,
going
you know
back
what?
to
I'm
what
gonna change my
Sub
name.
to Matt
Screw you,
Pat.
I'm changing my name.
going back to what you were saying about the jungle thing, the problem is just Minecraft isn't just a very tense game. Like it's like there you barely ever like it's not like Terraria where you get down like really low and can heal and like actually survive. Like usually like there was only one time where they got down like it was Chad in the jungle, which I guess doesn't prove my point. But
I
that
mean-
wasn't even to what it was supposed to be. That was like the only time it was really like something like that. Like it's just like Minecraft is more like a game of like it's like unless you like hit a pigman or like are in the nether or like doing something like
Bobzilla.
that, there's like no like tension. It's just like it's like more like a sudden game.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
unlike
that's
Mine Z where like tension really builds up.
I mean, that's where like just like some mods would come in handy just to like spice up the difficulty.
That's what I
Yeah,
feel. Like
God,
constant
and-
night.
Yeah, like imagine like a hardcore where it's like permanently in night mode and like all the mobs deal more damage. That would be intense.
All right,
And
I think
all
we
the
should start,
thumbnails were clickbait.
start wrapping this up. This is getting kind of long. Everybody, give your final thoughts.
Oh no, only Luke's can leave. Only people who want to leave.
No,
Okay.
let's wrap this up. We've been going at it for like over like this is probably longer than like even the first.
No, this
episode.
isn't as long. This has been like 55 minutes.
Yeah, this
Really?
is
Didn't-
not
didn't
even
we
been
think-
an hour. I
We're
think it's
running
like
out of things to talk about. Let's just
45
wrap
minutes.
this
Yeah,
up.
let's just wrap it up like now.
Yeah. Next, tune into the next podcast where we'll probably talk about some retrospection stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna decide who's gonna be. We're gonna decide like through that. We don't know what's gonna be. It'll probably be a. I want to start from Minecraft number 1, but I don't know if enough people like. I don't know if I'm gonna really. We're gonna start with that. So we might go like from oldest to newest, from newest to oldest, or we might
I
just
think-
start like in the middle.
Well, I think starting with Minecraft number 1 would be good. You know, just start from the beginning and move our way up while we wait for another season to drop.
All right. Does anybody have any final thoughts?
Apply
yeah,
ointment.
I have one. Lukeski is a communist.
I'm not a communist.
Wait, Lucy, you said you're from like Texas?
Oh yeah, that's because you're a Nazi.
No, I'm not. I'm from up north.
Oh wait, which state? Because depending on
Antarctica.
which. Oh, you're definitely communist.
Excuse
Oh
me.
no.
Wait, Lucy, you
Jeez.
liar! You said
I
you were
bet
from
you-
Mars.
Yeah, I know.
Your story keeps changing.
I bet you he's communist scum.
Hey,
No worry, I live on the
communists
East
are
Just
Coast.
cool.
kidding.
And you know what? Don't be mean to
No,
our
really.
communist brethren.
Don't you
No,
know that
I'm
it's
just
like hip to
kidding,
be communist
guys.
online?
Guys, I'm joking.
Remember when we were friends with
The
In
them?
motherland's a
reality,
great place.
he's a Confederate scum.
Excuse me.
What's
Oh,
a Confederate?
a Confederate is somebody who.
I got this. I got this. All right. So, in the 1800s, there was slavery in the United States. All right, and so the North wanted to outlaw slavery because they thought it was immoral, but the South was a agricultural government and they relied on slaves to make that was their whole economy. So the South, when the North threatened to, there was many different acts passed to kind of there was the Missouri Compromise line, which pretty much separated half the United States into the North half slavery was banned and the South half slavery was legal. And so then as new states started to get admitted into the Union, it was the problem was whether they should be slave or free. The idea of popular sovereignty came up, which pretty much said that slavery can be you could however many the people would vote on slavery. So eventually it all culminated in 1861. South Carolina seceded from the Union, which is the United States, and they refused to accept this, and they wanted slavery. So the other southern states seceded, and they formed the Confederate States of America, who wanted to keep slavery, the institution of slavery, and that's why the Civil War happened. So the northern United States, under the name of the
Why
United
is this
States,
on the Hardcore Podcast?
they fought for.
It's history. Let's just learn it.
They
Black
fought
people got
for-
liberated in the end. Yay!
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln was the president, and he thought it was his duty to keep the Union together. So he went to war with the South, and then the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, and that pretty much freed all the slaves in Union-owned territory, but it didn't do anything in the South because it didn't own the South.
And then Abe
Eventually-
Lincoln died.
Yeah, eventually the
And
North won,
and
the
then
Union was put back together, slavery was banned, and Abraham Lincoln was assassinated a week later. And so pretty much the term Confederate comes from people, that was the Southern United States, the Confederate States of America. Those were pretty much racists. That's what it's the term for
Racist.
today.
Dum-dum.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, very informative on the
I think we should just end on that note.
Yep,
Yay.
on that
Guys,
note,
thank you for
Well, we
watching.
wanna see
Subscribe,
the
Bye
goodbye
forever,
part.
YouTube.
subscribe to my channel.
To you guys.
See
Sub
ya.
to Satchbags Goods.
Subscribe to Barry.
Follow me on
Guys.
Twitter.
Follow me
At
on
Flufe with 4
Twitter.
Ys.
Now give me a bunch of money. You are all flipping morons.
Flip!
Why am I
And you
still
should
here?
probably jump off a cliff. Yeah.
Guys, communism is actually not okay. We were just
Alright.
kidding. Please don't
Alright.
become communist.
This is over now.
And don't become a communist.
Cool beans, dude.
And don't become. My jeans are smaller than my butt.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll
that's my cue to
see any
leave.
of you again because I've been in 2 in a row, so alright.
Alright, guys, see you next time.
Dad.
Bye.
See? And don't forget to eat beans. Okay? I'm awkward.
Subscribe to Keemstar.